Hello folks, hope you're doing well. This is a new template I've done. It's a sort of walk with no talk, with no sound. Spiny Ruins and the railway track. I learnt something yesterday, actually when I was talking to the bloke there. That you see the ruins, most of the stones that had been fallen down in the ruins area that were part of the Spiny Palace years ago, those stones were used to build the railway line. Yeah, they took them and used them to, build that ground for the line to be put on. That was quite interesting. So you've got this now. This is another template that can be used. Bit different. Again, it's a sort of walk one. But without all the sound of the crunchy of the feet on the ground or the wind or any of that lot. So, yeah. I will do a few more of these of different places as well to add. So it's just on my mind. I heard a song and to say that it's a tough song is an understatement of fact, really. The song's called No Air by Jordin Sparks and some fella. I think it is her first major song. It's a massive hit for her. So here we start on the walkie bit. Yeah. Anyway, that song. When I heard that song again, I haven't heard it for a number of years. Yeah, it brought back to me 24th October 2021. Yeah. Well, because that's the point, really. Yeah. I gave my life to God. If I can't trust God, then there is no life. That's reality. If I can't trust God, then there is no life. And part of the reason why it was so incredibly tough on that time, had I got to that point, or had I met someone and found out she was married 6 months earlier, it wouldn't have impacted me really at all. But it's because of the fact that from September, 25th? About September the 25th, I mean, you again go back and look at the videos from that time. You can see that God was starting to impact me, and my relationship with God was getting better. Yeah, and as I said before, I was talking to God all the time about this marriage that I believed I was going to be coming into. And yeah, as I say, God helped me so much to deal with the fact that my family had been taken. And so, yeah, that meant that my relationship with God was at an all-time high when this happened. That, Father, all this time you knew she was married. All this time. How the can you do that? I'm not sure why it's such a big thing, the fact she was married, because I've done videos about the fact that so many people are married to the wrong people. so therefore, should it have been such a big thing, or does it go back to the fact that my mum was cheating on my dad while I was actually in the hospital? She continued her affair with the person that she ended up being with after those two split up. So is it to do with that? I don't know, but it meant so much. And it impacted me so big on that day that, that's the point. It was like, how can I breathe? How can I live? If I can't trust you, Father, then How can I live with that being the case? Yeah, that's such a massive thing. Yeah, and I was just sitting there thinking about it, and I realised, yeah, if I could have that relationship with God, that beautiful relationship with God, would I want anyone else in my life? No, not really. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't need anyone else in my life, would I? So what would be the point in me, doing that? I don't know. Well, it's not one of the main things. One of the things I felt that God said to me during that time between September the 25th and October the 24th was that the purpose of you and your wife will be that you point each other to me. Well, what other purpose would there be? I can't see there being another purpose now. So, as I said before, that's, the whole point is that we enhance each other. And we help each other to get to that point of having the best relationship with Abba that you possibly could. Yeah. And don't be jealous of the relationship the other person is having with Abba, simply because of the fact that that should be a joy to you, that this person you love is having an incredible relationship with God. It should be a beautiful thing to you. Now, I know in a lot of relationships, jealousy can be an issue there, but you're just going to be secure in yourself. And I think now at 53, which I am now, only just, only just, I now understand that, and I'm not concerned about that now. I mean, in the end, pretty cool. But as I say, it was a case where back then, just before October 24th, I was finally starting to have a good relationship with Father. Finally starting when my life was starting to move in the direction that I'd always hoped it would do, into that sort of relationship, into a better understanding of God and a better understanding of me. And then suddenly, boom, But that's the point. Dogs being taken, so losing family, and trust in God. Two biggest fears. After that, God says, well, therefore, there you go. You've got nothing left to fear, have you? So, nope. Nothing left to fear now, because face those two. Still here. Cool. Okay. And even, not remarkably, there's a case where, as I said about my journey where I've come, the dogs are my family, and it was absolute priority. Certainly during the months of October, November, even December, that the dogs must come back. But then I started to understand, well, hold it. I fully believe it is God's will for the dogs to be taken, because I couldn't have gone to LL, not just the first time and the second time. I wouldn't have gone down to the church. So that lady wouldn't have come and sit next to me because I wouldn't have gone back to the church. Because if I hadn't have gone to LL, I wouldn't have gone to the church. So yeah. So if the dogs hadn't been taken, then none of that would have happened. None of it. And so I wouldn't have gone on that journey of standing on that belief that God was going to deal with a situation where, well, as I say, because this woman pretty much mirrored what I'd written down 11 years ago that I felt that God was talking to me about. And certainly on a lot of the things, did I go home and read that straight away, what I'd written all those years ago? No. It was a few weeks later. And yeah, I should be fair and say I probably forgot a lot about the impression I had of her. Or I may have built it up quite a lot, actually. That is quite likely to be the case. Yeah, I may have built that up quite a bit. Yeah. As we do. Yes. So I truly thought that was her. And so I went on that journey. And as I say, when I found out, when we got to the 26th, because I looked back through my videos every day trying to find the one on the 24th, and the video from the 26th, I said it'd be the 23rd of June with the 8 months. No, that was me counting it wrongly. 3 days difference. It was the 26th. So it's like, okay. But on that date, I wasn't concerned. Not at all. Whether that would happen or not, I still believed it could. Absolutely, it was possible with God. Even though finally, it was around about 26th. It was the 22nd, I think. I looked for her again on Facebook, and she was now on Facebook. She wasn't in when I originally looked in September. She wasn't again in December when I looked again, checked. She wasn't again in April when I checked again. But now in June, around 22nd, she was. So I messaged her. I sent her a message just saying, "How are you doing? How is everything? How are your relationships doing? What is in your relationship with God, with church, with husband, and etc., etc." And I also saw that she was asking for people to volunteer for a clean-up thing they were doing. So I offered, because I can do. It's not a problem at all. I've got time. And not only did they not respond to my offer of assistance, which I thought was, okay, you could have just said, no, we've got enough people. Couldn't you really? But no. And then she basically, I don't know what happened. I think she probably blocked me on Facebook. Because on her Facebook page, there's no message button there to be able to send a message. And I'm not sure if you remove that for everyone, or when you block someone, just that bit disappears for that person. They've been blocked before, so I wouldn't really know. But that's how she responded. So it's like, okay. And that was on the 22nd. So even on the 26th, I still knew, well, it's still possible for God. It ain't bloody likely, but it's still possible. So, but I also thought, well, if it isn't, okay. I'm okay with that, because I don't feel as if it's going to matter that much if it doesn't happen. And looking at that journey from the 24th, because if I'd been the same person as I was on the 24th of October, on the 26th of June, I would have gone off the rails completely. And that not happening. Oh my God, yeah. I wouldn't have been able to cope with that in any way, shape or form. So, yeah, as I say, it is interesting, but it's all about relationship. It really is, and as I say, that's why I know now that, if I didn't have a wife in the future, but I had the relationship with God, that's better than what it is now, I'd be perfectly satisfied with that. Absolutely and totally. I'd be satisfied with that, yeah. Yeah, more than. Absolutely. Because what relationship matters the most? Well, to me, it has to be the one with God. And I'm not just saying that because I've been saying for a while that other people should have priority on their relationship with God. And look, is it true that I believe utterly and totally that God has said to me that most people in church have relationship with church, not with God? Yeah. But again, am I having a go at these people? No, because as I said before September 2021, I was in no better position than anyone else. I mean, not in my understanding, certainly not. No. Yeah, I needed a catastrophic event to happen in my life to get me to that. Yeah. So, yeah. Was I doing incredibly well before that? No, obviously not. If I needed a catastrophic event to happen in my life, then obviously I wasn't doing incredibly well before then, was I? So I'm not going to be judging other people on where they are. I'm simply saying that seems to be where they are. But that's okay. Yeah. But, I mean, put it this way. As I said before, can I prove that relationship with Father is the way forward and that's where we're supposed to be and that's what we're supposed to be doing? No. Not at the moment. I mean, but as I said before, that's when my frustration is that my life isn't actually proving that yet. That my life isn't showing that we have an amazing, wonderful, beautiful, loving Father who just wants to bless and have a relationship with his creation. Yeah. If my life was showing that right now, then people wouldn't be asking, is there proof? They'd be seeing the proof. And is that bloody frustrating? Yeah. But it really is, because in the last one, look, I understand that even at the best of times, even when something is said that you're fairly comfortable with, you should still be looking for proof. You should be. And your standards should be high. The purpose of the last one wasn't saying that you shouldn't be asking me to prove it. You shouldn't be expecting that. My point there was you haven't been expecting it before. You haven't been demanding that of your pastor. You haven't been demanding that of your church. You haven't been demanding that of other people that you've actually let have influence in your life because they brought a message that you were comfortable with. So therefore, it's not because it's me, it's because the message is something which you're not comfortable with, and that's why you're now demanding proof. That was the point of that one. And I think that's true. I do. Well, look at your own situation. Yeah. That's a good view again. Yeah. I did do that view yesterday, the one yesterday, but that was more of a still view. So, yeah. There you go. Right, you take care. God bless. I will leave you to it. I hope in some way this helps somebody. Yeah. Well, that's the purpose of these. It's not... Yeah, okay, to a certain degree, me doing these can be therapy for me at times. Yes. That is true. It can be. But most of the time, it isn't about therapy for me. It's about, can God lead or guide me into bringing something that can be a blessing to people? That's the point. So there you go. I'm going to leave you to it. You take care. God bless. I will speak to you soon. Have a wonderful day. As you can see, it's bright and sunny out there, but it is a bit windy today. Yeah, which is a good job that there's no sound on the video, because all you would hear is the wind. So there you go. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.